What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another week of the Writers' Room presented by Breaking and Entering. I'm Alan Halas from Breaking and Entering, and I am joined by our music director, host of the Mr. Nice Guy podcast, my River West cohort, my Forgetting Anything, Mr. Nice Guy PR, all around good guy, wearer of fun shirts, Ben Slowey. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty well, man. It definitely went back into winter this week. So just staying warm. I'm otherwise, yeah, just kind of doing the damn thing every day as much as I can at least. How are you?
I am
Sad
good.
crew.
Yes, yeah, I'm good with my sad emotions on my shirt. No, I'm doing fine. As you were saying, the third winter is the hardest one, I think, for sure. The third time that it comes around in one winter, absolutely sucks. But I think we got sun coming someday. Maybe, I don't know.
I think I
Eventually,
saw it. It's like I think I saw something about sun in the 10-day forecast. So maybe one of those days it'll come out.
yeah, definitely. Eventually, you don't come here for the weather report, but that's fine. But yeah,
Maybe we could do a little breaking and entering forecast. I mean, I actually always wanted to be a weatherman when I was younger. That was like the first job one of the first jobs I wanted when I was little.
okay.
So I could give detailed weather reports, especially when we start getting shows back. I mean, people got to know how it's going to be if they're trying to get to see all the great music Milwaukee has to offer. See how I tied that in there?
I was gonna say I like it. You got to have your appropriate dress for standing outside a Cactus Club and smoking a cigarette. Your appropriate weather for the walk from your car to Mad Planet or Company Brewing or wherever.
Or
So,
chill on the hill, of course. You
ooh,
don't want to
chill on the
don't want to
hill
get rained
forecast.
on.
Yeah, chill on the hill forecast could be a good one. Should we bring the umbrella? Should we bring the large blanket? Do you wear a sweater? You got to find out. I like it. I like where this is going. And before we give any more intellectual property away, we should get into our first video for this week. It's from Kaylee Conway. The song is called I Love You So Much I Don't Want to See You, which she wears her heart on her sleeve with everything that she puts out. So I really love the new song and video. I actually just cut it up for some social media. So I've been listening to it and now it's stuck in my head. So it's gonna get stuck in your head too. Let's check out the
There you go.
video. This is Kaylee Conway on the Writers' Room.
It's just that I love you so much.
That was Kaylee Conway with "I Love You So Much I Don't Want to See You." With what a brutally honest and heartfelt felt song. I really like it. I like everything that she's doing, being experimental with the video as well. Kind of reminiscent of her other band OQ that she's part of,
Mm,
and that whole kind of collective. So I like, that's that experimental nature whenever it comes out.
definitely. Yeah. Like Kaylee's a very inventive singer songwriter. You can tell she's inspired by a lot of different styles of music. And I'm excited to hear the full EP Bliss or Bust, which will be out in May. So,
Yeah, it's going to be a great record to start the summer for sure.
yeah.
Speaking of different styles of music, we have an absolute ton of music. Ben had been messaging me this week and saying that there's just a heavy week because of Bandcamp Friday. So much new music on breakingandentering.net. We got new records. There's a new one today, a new horror punk record.
Oh, yeah.
Um, I am
From
blanking.
Slaughter Party.
Thank you. I was blanking on the name for a second. Slaughter Party. I'm a big fan of like the Misfits and the Ramones. Even had an element of things like that in their music, where it's just that mashup of like dark, gory imagery, but then with like a thrash punk thing happening. So their new EP, super super good. I definitely recommend any punk fans to go check that one out.
Oh,
So
dope. Hell yeah. Yeah, we got on my end, what have we got? We've got a new single from Negative Positive that came
yep,
out. We also have um
we got a new video
more
from Tacoma Washington Weekday Club as well
we got yeah,
for
we got
Last Rites, which is a song that they performed here on this show. They were our only live performance so far.
yeah, that was a wicked video they made. We also got a video from Tay the Don.
Yep.
Um and that is a pretty honest song about how love can turn into pain. Um, that was a good one. We got a new tape from Fifth this past week. Uh,
Yeah, the
they
uh,
dropped
the
an
East
EP.
Side EP. Really
Yes.
liked that, and I like that he's part of that whole crew with like Mo City and Paper Stacks and everybody that's kind of coming up together. I love the camaraderie that they have. That all three of them, and all of the artists that are kind of around them too. Whenever they drop something, it feels like they're part of it somehow. Like that whole clique is coming up together.
They'll eat together, as they say.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And then we got another video from Vacancy Chain.
Yeah. Lob Lolly.
Yeah, Lob Lolly. That Yeah, that's a good band. I know some of the members are in Chicago now, but
Okay.
cool to always great to hear some uh, um, solid indie rock tunes out these
Yeah.
days. Yeah, it's
There's been a lot.
we're yeah.
We got a new video from Luxie too.
Oh yeah,
By Your
yeah,
Side. I believe she dropped that on her birthday. So if it was her
yeah.
birthday, a
She
happy
did.
belated birthday to Luxie.
Yeah,
So
and actually, I'm glad you brought that one up too, because Luxie like is just living in like a cosmic realm these days with like her videos and just I know she does like a lot of like the VR gaming and stuff like that too and
yeah,
just like the way she puts herself in this like computerized garden in that new video is just so like experimental and really just dreamlike.
yeah, and she keeps that aesthetic kind of going with a lot of her visuals. What's cool about Luxie is that she makes literally everything. I mean, from right down to the video itself to the VR like kind of experience that she's in. She also, for people that don't know, she's created a digital art gallery, virtual experience that you can download and play like a game, pretty much. Except you can go observe, Milwaukee artists that way. So everything that she's done is very DIY, but you can see her progress from one visual to another. And this last one is, I think, some of her best work yet, for sure. You know.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. She's a one of a kind out here. That's for sure. Um, yeah, we also got some metal on the site this week. We got some experimental stuff. Literally like anything you want, we got it. We got you covered.
We even got an Irish song for St. Patrick's Day. We got music from Motel Breakfast,
Oh yeah.
Irish all the
Yeah.
same. So those guys, I actually met them through Marquette University. They were Jimmy was the music director there, I believe, the lead singer, and just watching them play. I wish that we could have a very full St. Patrick's Day with those guys at some point. I know that they usually do things in Chicago, but I don't. I think in lieu of having a show and a big party, they put out a record instead. And if you're looking for drinking music tomorrow while you're at home, safe and responsible,
Yeah.
I would say the new Motel Breakfast record is the one to do it for sure.
Yeah. There's some good like classic Irish folk song renditions on there, but they also weaved in originals as well. So yeah, that record's a boatload of fun. Yeah, it definitely made us feel like we were drinking green beer in the pub. Uh, we got a Kia Rat Princess single as well that came out yesterday.
Yeah.
Um, she's just she just brings such gritty energy with her shows. She was actually on the bill of that last show we saw before COVID with Twan Mac
Yeah.
um, uh, that just hit a year ago the other day. But yeah, I'm I'm glad we could squeeze in a very energetic hip hop show right before you know
Yeah.
the world shut down.
And there was a really weird moment when we left that show where we walked out and we walked to my car and we kind of were like, well, see you at the next show maybe in a month. And it's been a year now and we've seen very sparing amounts of live music. But I think we are getting just inches and inches closer to it. And with every passing day, I am excited for, the developments with the vaccines and making it more available to people. Hopefully by May, we'll all be eligible. And, maybe, I don't know what that means for live music in Milwaukee just yet, but maybe by the end of this summer, we might be able to actually like go see someone play music somewhere in the world, which would be well overdue for sure.
That would be massive. I am yearning for that. I just signed up for the wait list, just in case there's a spot for me. Who knows?
Yeah,
But
same.
yeah, no, I and definitely like the weather. Like when it got really nice out last week, it definitely like um was like just hopefulness you could feel in the air. It just felt like the world is starting to wake up again in the right sort of way.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually got to do a little bit of traveling down to Illinois this weekend and
Mm.
went to go see a friend that I hadn't seen in a year who's fully vaccinated. Everything's good. We went skateboarding actually. And
Oh, fun.
he, it was the weirdest experience driving down there because one, this was the furthest I had gone in a year. But
Yes.
there's this weird phenomenon happened where I was like, it feels like a year of my life has happened and I don't remember any of it. Like, you know what I mean? It's almost like a black hole just kind of happened. Like, I remember there was Tiger King, that Jeffrey Epstein documentary, and obviously all of the racial marches in summer. But those are like the three things that I remember from the whole pandemic, and like the last year of my life has just been a fuzzy haze and a black hole, and now
And the election.
oh
And
yeah,
the
the election
election.
happened too.
Yeah.
Yes, sure,
But
yes,
otherwise, yeah, it's weird to just be doing the same exact thing every day
yeah.
and not like really have to leave your
Immediate
quarters
area,
like
yeah,
hardly ever.
yeah.
Um it is, yeah, it definitely does like throw your rhythms off for sure. Um but yeah, I mean,
Things are looking
I
up though.
I feel like we've grown in very necessary and strong ways in the last year. we
Absolutely.
obviously have made such big headway with our ground. So
Yeah, you wouldn't have this show if it wasn't for the pandemic. So,
right, yeah, yeah,
so,
exactly.
so there's that. But yes, definitely things looking a lot more open and optimistic, and a lot of bright futures ahead. And speaking of bright futures ahead, that is a great segue for our next video. This is Clayton with 222. Clayton first really popped up on my radar, I think last summer, maybe, sure, if I remember that from the pandemic. But he first really popped on my radar, and then as soon as I heard him, I knew there's a lot of potential for him. I think that we're only going to see that as things go on, as he's allowed to, make music for outside and get out to the world. But if you're an R&B fan, Milwaukee R&B is really starting to heat up, so to speak, and I think that Clayton is going to be one of the people at the forefront of it. So without further ado, let's get into 222 by Clayton on the Writers Room.
She want more, oh, she want more, she want more, she want more, but I decline. Swear my love's so hard to find. Save it home, no price to tie. Sober, no choice to buy. Oh, I know that love is hard, but I won't sacrifice. I don't need a thing, but I just wanna hold me. Is my heart at peace? Search for what is wrong with. I think that's her God and she's so good. Now we hit plans, but where'd you go, girl? Man, fuck all that, I need to focus on my own. She want more, but I decline. Swear my love's so hard to find. Save it home, no price to tie. Sober, no choice to buy. Oh, I know that love is hard, but I won't sacrifice. I don't need a thing, but I just wanna hold me. Is my heart at peace? Search for what is wrong with. All the trouble that I feel, it's never worth it. Oh, dear. Well, I don't wanna try again. It always hurts me, man, I don't need, yeah.
That was Clayton with 222 on the writers' room. Like I said, tons of potential coming from Milwaukee's R&B scene, especially him. Very excited for what he does in the future as well. So, this is the part of the show where we always give you some homework every single week. As you can see behind me, we got a stack of vinyl. Ben also has a stack of vinyl at his house that he just runs, blindfolded and picks something out at will. And then it is your job to pick out that same record on streaming or however you find your music and check it out within the next week. So, Ben, would you like to go first this week or should I?
I'll go first. Why not?
So,
All right, let's see what we got. Oh, classic. Sufjan Stevens, Illinois.
there you go. And you're
yeah,
from
so-
Illinois. Look at that.
Sure am. So, Sufjan Stevens is an eccentric singer-songwriter. This is his acclaimed 2005 record that is themed around Chicago. It's got some pretty colorful artwork in the gatefold here. And then even more. Oh, yeah, there's another fold.
Oh, there's bonus record there. I got Abraham Lincoln in there. It appears to be a Native American person. Like,
yeah, there's so it's like it's a lot of like it's kind of weird folk songs, but some of them are really fucked up. Like really fucked up. Like there's a song about John Wayne Gacy that is pretty twisted.
Jesus.
But there's also some good jams on here at the same time, like Jacksonville. That's a good one. The hell is that other song called?
There's that other one.
Yeah, that one other song. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of there's four sides and 23 tracks.
Oh my god!
Some of them have very very long song titles.
The good old double album. Yes.
Yes, precisely.
Something that you can do on streaming for much cheaper than it probably costs to make that record.
Yeah, it's there's another song on here that I know I really like, but I forget which one it's called, and it's just the titles are just so confusing, but but yeah, Sufjan Stevens. If you ever like see his like videos on YouTube, like his live performances, he wears a lot of really crazy costumes too, a lot of the time. So definitely check this one out.
I was gonna say, and maybe find any kind of visual component to that record that you can too. All right, cool. You got Sufjan Stevens. I can almost guarantee you that I am not gonna pull that out of my record collection.
Are you sure? I mean, it's
it's
a close
the year
call.
2000. Yeah, most of the records that I have are from a different millennium. We're gonna go behind me up here. I got something with a plastic. That means that we protected that record for some reason. Have I pulled this out before? This is my favorite Ramones record, actually. "Leave Home" by the Ramones. I'm gonna keep it because it is my favorite Ramones record. It's their second album. I actually played this on the morning of my wedding to calm myself down.
Oh wow. Damn.
It is early Ramones. I think it's 1979, 77. And a lot of this stuff is on greatest hits stuff for the Ramones. One thing you're not going to find, or originally couldn't find for a long time, if you got a vinyl pressing of this record, if you didn't have one of the early ones, the song "Carbona Not Glue" was not on here, because basically Carbona is a brand name for a type of modeling glue, and the whole song is about sniffing Carbona instead of sniffing modeling glue, which was a way to get high back in the day.
Yeah.
So
Inhalants were definitely a thing back then.
Yeah. So I remember buying this record on the East Side at Musical Memories. Tag's still on it there, and this is one of the original ones that has Carbona Not Glue on it. So not necessarily like super rare, but one of the rarer versions of the record, and obviously the original one. So if you ever need a good punk record with a lot of like harmonies and things that come out of earlier music, like there's a lot of like just traditional pop that happens in the Ramones too. Um, Leave Home's a good one. Make sure you check that one out. My favorite Ramones record for sure. So all sorts of great music for you to check out. I think we should get into our third video for this week. It is from Rich P and Ag Gift. The song is called From the Ghetto. I like everything that Rich P has done within the last, I think, maybe 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
And he's just one of the better dudes out of the Milwaukee music scene. Like, you will not meet a more genuine person, I don't think. You know?
Yeah, and this video is very like honest and humble, and like, you know, it reminds us that there's parts of our city that, you know, aren't necessarily pretty, but we have to talk about them, and it's important to bring up, you know, these socially divisive issues that plague our city. And Rich P does that with and AG the Gift. They do it together with just some really great dynamic here.
Yeah, and who better to tell it than Rich P? So let's get right into it. This is From the Ghetto by Rich P and AG the Gift.
Hey, yo, man, I'm outside. Open the door, it's cold.
Yeah. From the ghetto. Yeah. Listen, reporting live from the ghetto, where you can find crack, thrax, and rap demos. Niggas getting popped, we far from being metro. Better know what you rap as far as sets go. Been doing it from the get-go. Only child talking to myself like a schizo. Here we go, rapping off shit I made, getting high to the shit I made. I must say, all this pain dug my heart in grave. God bless a young man trying to change his ways. Look in my eyes and see the pain. Seen more than enough, surprised I ain't insane. Young boy, running to the corner, see my cousin shot down. Man, I do this for the honor, man, I do this for the people. I do this for my fam, cause we all from the ghetto. You should understand.
Coming live from the ghetto, it's the home of the struggle. In the heart of the jungle, coming live from the ghetto. You don't really know the story, and when we tell the truth, they ignore it. Coming live from the ghetto, it's a whole lot of thugging. Fuck the police, we don't trust them. Coming live from the ghetto. In the ghetto, in the ghetto. In the ghetto, in the ghetto. Coming live from the ghetto.
I come from a place where they wanna see your dreams shattered. Niggas running wild, acting like don't a thing matter. What's the matter? Ain't you got something to live for? He said, nah, but I got something to kill for. See that nigga with the whip and all the chains on. I'ma go and get him, going to get my bang on. Yeah. Wanna see it one day happen now. Bastard child running wild, ain't such a surprise now. I see niggas taking credit, wasn't even around now. How he grow up in the hood and that nigga live downtown. To me that shit is out of bounds. They tore down the basketball ground. Cause they don't want you on the court, they want you in court. Playing they sport with lawyers that you can't afford, or they dumb as a door. And I'm trying to kick it open. This for those that say my city hopeless. Look,
coming live from the ghetto, it's the home of the struggle. In the heart of the jungle, coming live from the ghetto. You don't really know the story, and when we tell the truth, they ignore it. Coming live from the ghetto, it's a whole lot of thugging. Fuck the police, we don't trust them. Coming live from the ghetto. In the ghetto, in the ghetto. in the ghetto, coming live from the ghetto.
All right, we are back. That was Rich P and AG the Gift from the Ghetto. An important song, definitely to think about too. Um, and that does it for this week's show on the Writers' Room. Profound note for us to end on this week. you know,
Yes. Yeah, certainly. Definitely. It
uh,
reminds
we
us that to embrace every part of Milwaukee and that we cannot claim Milwaukee as our city if we are afraid to go anywhere in
yeah,
Milwaukee.
absolutely.
And I think that that's kind of part of my wisdom for the week is that, you know, is to, think critically about like just where, like what makes Milwaukee Milwaukee. Like we often think about how like the beautiful parts of it, but also keep in mind that we're one of the poorest cities, as well as one of the most segregated,
Yep.
and as many folks will tell it, one of the most racist.
Yeah.
And that's some real shit to also like encompass when we're talking about Milwaukee, the Milwaukee that we love and care about. So that's kind of my wisdom is that like if people really want to put Milwaukee on the map, like we also need to be fighting for a better Milwaukee from within too, and
Absolutely.
actively play a role in doing so. Get involved in your community, like get to know the resources that can help people. Talk to your older people and your just and
Yeah, just
really
get involved. Really, is yeah. I mean,
getting involved. There's
yeah.
many ways to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good wisdom to have. I would like to kind of piggyback off that a little bit from my wisdom and say, we are nearly towards the end of this pandemic. Really, I think we say it every week that we've been inching closer and closer to this. Um, but it is still important to think of some of the things that were important, a year ago when all of this started. One of the first things that we did was we latched on to local businesses. I was actually talking with somebody yesterday, and they were saying that they don't know if their support for local business is still going to be there once this all comes out. Obviously, in the moment, it feels like it's something that's really great to do, and like you're helping people out. Let's not lose sight of that, and that does involve supporting businesses all over the city of Milwaukee, no matter where it's from. There are ways to get involved with people of whatever industry that is local, and you can do that for relatively cheap, or even something as simple as sharing and interacting with people on social media. Like there's a million ways to support a local, whether it be business, artist, entrepreneur, whatever. So let's make sure that we do that as we come out of the pandemic as well. So
Yeah, definitely. They, like all of that momentum we had in terms of community and redistribution and mutual aid, like that can't die down. It
yeah,
really can't.
yeah, and I think we'd be a stronger city for it. So with that said, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's edition of the Writers' Room. If you are new to this, we do this every Tuesday at 5 o'clock. You can check us out on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, and maybe other places soon. I don't know, but you can always find new music every single day as well at breakingandentering.net. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch.
I have one thing I wanted to also share real quick is that we are partnering up with Midcoast,
Oh yes,
right?
yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Oh, I almost
we should
forgot.
talk about that. Yeah. No, I almost forgot to bring it up too. Yeah, we're partnering up with Midcoast, the monthly virtual concert series that is held at the Cooperage. This Friday is the next edition. It starts at I believe 7 p.m. But yeah, we are very excited to help play a part in promoting and uplifting some semblance of live music,
yes.
at this time. But for those that don't know, Midcoast is going to be really emphasizing a very diverse and representative bill of artists from every corner in the scene, with an emphasis on the youth. Definitely bringing in younger artists, some of which may have never even performed live before. But yeah, this weekend they've got 4 artists: Negative Positive, Petty Hendrix. I'm gonna actually pull up the other
I was gonna say,
two.
yeah, and you can find that. We will make sure that we share all the information about that show as well on our social media, and kind of get the word out about that too. It is exciting to see local music back in some form of performing, whether that be virtual for now or whatever it may be going forward. But very excited to see this and start this partnership with Midcoast, and it's
Oh,
doing
and
something great for the city.
the other
Yeah.
2 artists are called Justice and Dwayne Davis.
There we go. So 4 acts. Make sure you check it out this Friday night. We will share the information about that as well, and you can check us out everywhere too. Ben's also got the Mr. Nice Guy podcast. Make sure you check that out. We got a weekly e-newsletter you can sign up for, and a radio show on Spotify. I think I covered it all. I think we're all over every last internet site there is. We're on all of them. So
We're closing in on the internet, folks.
we gotta figure out how to get onto like Roblox. I've heard has been like a thing.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
so we're gonna get into Roblox next, or like Animal Crossing. Like a little like Ben and I are gonna be in like a house and just plays music on Animal Crossing. That's
we're
our
gonna
next
start
thing.
getting we're gonna start getting into MMORPGs next.
Sure, whatever that means. I don't know.
Like
MMOR.
RuneScape and World of Warcraft and shit like that.
Yeah,
we're
that
gonna start leading campaigns.
MMORPGs, NFTs, the YMCA, you name it, we are going to be there. And we will bring you lots of great music. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you next week on the Writer's Room.